want to introduce you to a personal friend of mine.
This is the M41A pulse rifle. This is an iconic sci-fi blaster from the movie Aliens in 1986. It features a machine gun up on top, which is actually based on a Thompson submachine gun. And below is the grenade launcher that they used in the movie. This is actually a Remington shotgun. Neither of these are actually real steel models that are on this blaster that I have here in my hands. This is a airsoft conversion kit from G&P that fits around a Thompson submachine gun airsoft rifle, replaces the grip, adds the shroud around it, adds this shoulder stock, and also adds this front section here. The Remington shotgun portion, or the grenade launcher from the movie, is just part of the kit. It's not an additional functional part there. However, it does move. It does have... Oh, what's that? There's a lens in there. This has been a long time project of mine. This lower portion here was designed to house laser tag internals, and then this lens in here was the emitter for that. The top barrel still fired plastic pellets for the airsoft rifle. There is still a magazine in here that can be filled up and inserted. But this guy doesn't really work anymore, and I want to change that because I'm tired of looking at this thing in pieces on my shelf and not being able to use it at my laser tag games. So I'm getting back on the horse with this thing. There were a couple modifications that I made to this blaster that will still stay on here. I did fit out this little more accurate, screen accurate stock that does also have a sling point on here, so that way I can actually hold it there. This blaster is rather heavy because it's a steel airsoft casing up here. And just the sheer size of this thing, it's probably the heaviest main weapon that I've ever used for laser tag. Usually they're plastic and pretty lightweight. But then I also added a weaver rail up here that I can attach a, not a scope, a flashlight to for night games. And then this weaver rail up top, instead of using the channel up here for iron sights, this weaver rail can mount optics up here for better aiming. But yeah, it's a great blaster. I really can't wait to get it working again. It's been working in various other forms for Laser Challenge, and then we tried building our own board for this thing essentially to get it to work. But it's nice and hefty, nice and heavy and weighted. Really feels like you're out there blasting xenomorphs like they did in that film. And over 30 years later, it's still an iconic blaster, and it's still my favorite from any sci-fi movie, so it's going to be great to get this thing working again. I'll have videos up of essentially showing you what's in here now, what doesn't work, and how I'm going to get things working. Essentially, I want this to be able to be used with laser tag, laser spelled with a Z, laser tag brand stuff, so LTTO or laser tag team ops, LTX, the Phoenix LTXs that came out in 2008, and then also the LTARs, or laser tag augmented reality. Those three systems this blaster will be compatible with. To do that, I need to get working sensors on the outside of the blaster to be able to receive hits, because with those systems you don't have a vest or anything that you're wearing. You're getting hit in those cases on the blaster, and in this case here, here, and the top one up here. I may come up with a different system since this one wasn't quite working out the way I'd hoped when we originally tried using it, but the range on this blaster should be about 700 feet because that was the last time we tested the lens on this, which was completed by my buddy in Washington up there, Mr. Mike Yates. So it's going to be good to get those optics running on this iconic blaster again. Can't wait to get this thing moving again. Just holding it right now makes me miss using this, even though it's such a pain to use because it's so heavy and so big. But it's time to get back to blasting xenomorphs, so stay tuned for more updates.
Game over.